Good afternoon, it is a beautiful one. Seth, welcome to my Japanese longbow project. So if you don't know me, I started making sticks out of yew and started making bows out of yew, and then I carried on and now I'm making better bows out of yew. So now, this Japanese longbow here, various names for it in Japan. The various martial arts they have. They've got one called Kyudo. And a long one of these has a particular name, a short one has a particular name, and Yew Yumi title. I don't think this qualifies as either of those because it's a Yew Selfbow as well, which makes it start life a little bit like this. So I think they call this one a Maruki. Either way, it's the primitive version of the Yew Yumi they use to do Kyudo. Like I say, it started life a lot like this. I'll take you through what we did. So we took our log, which is a skinny branch, it's about as wide as the handle here, and we turned it into a bow. The Yew Selfbow is done a certain way. You need to retain the sapwood here and the heartwood here, so it performs as it should. This compresses, this stretches, so you can leave enough of this to form a nice solid belly. Almost ran out of it here. It's gone awfully thin on the heartwood. It's only more draw length. Can't be taken any more away from here now. So yeah, that's the first step we did. We thinned down either end, and then we chased this taper back down towards the handle. It's a 77-inch piece of wood, so I left 1.25 inches for either tip, which gives us a 75.5-inch bow. And the string I've got here is 3 inches shorter than that. So I've got a bow that, this string is not for this bow, it's centre served. So I'll be shooting this one in a minute. Just off the string, no serving there yet. It just so happens to have a string for this length piece of wood. So I've gone ahead and strung it. Some very basic self knots on there. I'll put some tip overlays on there. Make those a little bit sturdier, a little bit prettier, a little bit more friendly to the string. And now those are on, I was able to see where the string lies exactly. I'll bring it a bit closer, because you can make it sit that side, central, or to this side. Now, what I understand, the Yew Yumi string wants to sit a little bit over to this side, because you don't cut the handle out at all. It's a very traditional shooting bow. You shoot it by flicking it out the way. Which I guess leads me onto the next stage. We've got a working bow here. Let's see there. This is a little bit of a worry. I wouldn't say a worry. It's sort of naturally back set. So no, sorry, this one. So it looks like it's bending more than the other ones do. So you can take a look at that now. I don't know if it fits in frame. Bump it down a bit. It's an almighty bend. You see in the window behind the camera. So it looks like it's bending a bit more, but because it back sets anyway, I don't know. You can also see now drawing to about where they need to draw. A European bow, you draw underneath your eye. Now these, they go past your face. So now we're more or less where they need to be. The string sat to the correct side. So now we decide exactly how far it draws. And this is a short version. And technically it's not a bow for Kyudo either. We could make it a bow for Kyudo, which means, well, without going into explaining Kyudo too deeply, it's the martial art form of archery. So that the function of Kyudo is that all the steps before you shoot the arrow, the ritual around shooting the bow. The accuracy side, not as important. Getting all the steps before, very important. And in that process, you need to anchor the bow for quite a while, way past your face, I believe. So we now need to decide, before we go ahead and do all the finishing touches on the tip overlays, taking spalted maple or birch bark for that, or the handle, which needs to be potentially squared or thinned off just a little bit to make it a bit more comfortable, a bit more purchase on there. Yeah, we then decide how it shoots. Sorry, we first decide how it shoots. Make sure it gets all the way to draw length, because otherwise we're going to put effort in to a bow that might break. You don't want to waste time doing stuff on a stave that's going to fail, but this one feels pretty good, does it not? Let's rack an arrow. I think these are 32 inches. I'm not entirely sure. I'll feel the tip. So we could probably come back farther. And I guess that's the two different feels that you can have in the bow. You can have it so it stacks, so it stops bending. The name for, you know, when you draw a bow and you feel the wall, it's not going to pull any farther. You can get it to stack right at the draw length that you want, which could be right there. It was quite nice. It's past the face. Or you can make it so that you hit the draw length and there's still draw length to go. So the stack is sort of beyond where you're going to draw to. I think that's what you'd want with an Yew Yumi, a proper Kudo Yew Yumi, because you're holding it there for a long time. With this one, well, let's see, I could make it how I want it to shoot, but the person who might want to buy this thing might want it to shoot differently. So if you are interested in this bow, or me making you one for yourself, please do let me know. I've got another branch and I can find some more. Tell you what, let's put this off long enough. Let's shoot this. Where'd I put my glove? Right, I'm just going to suffer the fletching hitting my hand, so we're not going to shoot this much. You know, we rack the arrow in at a slight angle and we draw it like we did. See if I can hit the middle of that bag over there. You notice it's a little bit closer because I'm not as confident in this technique. And if I miss, I hit hard things and break my arrow, and I don't want to do that. I'm not made of money or arrows. Oh yeah, that hit my knuckle there. You bleeding? Yeah, you're bleeding. So yeah, I won't do that too much. Nor will I shoot aluminium arrows. I discovered you could shoot aluminium arrows, but they're even more unpredictable than that. So yeah, that's how you shoot one of these. You need to draw it past your anchor point, you release and you flick the bow out the way. Where exactly it draws to and how it feels is the next stage. Oh, look at that, see? Should have got my glove. Saved my thumb. I knew it was a bad idea. Never mind. So yeah, that's a consideration. Are the arrows made differently to accommodate for that? Is there a traditional glove perhaps that people use in this style of shooting? Yeah, these have been an excellent platform for learning. So first you've got the natural world. You've got to go find your tree and understand curing and the species of tree. Then how to make it into a bow, and then how to make it into different bows, and then how to shoot each one of those bows, and the history and the culture surrounding them always illuminates. It's always good for understanding why these things were made the way that they were. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? As I forgot to mention in the stages that we've been through to get here, there's been a little bit of reflex in either end. I've run with a lot of the natural growth. These waves are awesome, aren't they? But then just added a bit of reflex on either end to give it that little bit of extra speed. And I guess if I flatten this one out just a little bit, that would probably add a little bit more resistance in there, a little bit more stored energy. I think I'm going to get any more draw length. It's going to come from here and here now, or taking the sapwood away in the same area. We could maybe take just a bit more sapwood away from the whole thing, just allow it to bend just a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna. First tips for this one goes to Ollie at Wales Archery Specialist. I'm gonna get a hold of him and see how he fancies it drawing, but I think his draw is about the same or slightly longer than mine, so I would wager he might want it a bit longer than that. Yeah, this is the important bit now, because it interfaces with an arrow and a human. So we need to start understanding the arrows one would use for this. These are for my centre cut bows, these ones. They're a bit shorter, a bit stiffer. So the arrow for this might want to be a bit longer, a bit floppier. I think the fletchings are this size or larger to compensate for the less accurate nature of the bow. Yeah, and then how do you shoot it? How do you make sure that you have everything Kudo. Kudo is how you make sure you have everything in line. Because just like European archery, it's just the ritual around how you do the thing. And if you know anything about European archery, how you get accurate, which is the focus of European archery, is consistency. You have a ritual around all your things, from how you maintain your gear to then how you shoot the thing, how you maintain yourself in order to shoot the thing. Yeah, so there's always more to learn. I started from just a stick, so this has all been great. I mean, normally I guess you'd be into archery, and then once you've been doing archery for a while, you go, well, I should probably make my own bow, shouldn't I? I did things a little bit backwards. So if my camera angle's a bit off, I'm just seeing my phone there, it's looking a bit janky. It's hard to set up. I'm gonna hopefully improve my range and my facilities and whatnot, and do some slightly better videos. I mean, if I can keep on making bows, I will. Yeah, so let me know if I should do this again, do an edited version. I've avoided editing because this is enough work as it is, learning archery and making bows and trying to live at the same time, do actual work, paid work. So yeah, once again I said, let me know if you want me to make you a bow. Find me here, on Instagram as well. What am I on Instagram? Sweet Chariot England, I think I am on Instagram. Same as eBay. It's gorgeous, isn't he? That's each time I finish one, I go, alright, I'm glad it's done now because I get to start another one. Unique every time. Thanks again, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.